So guys, mapping is an extremely important part of your preparation. Sometimes questions are asked very directly from your mapping, but sometimes indirectly questions are asked, even so as, things like, for example, in 2022, this comparative question, match the following kind of question was given, and the options were in the style of only one pair is correct, only two pair is correct, only three pair. And the question that I'm talking about is this question where list of countries was mentioned and why these countries were in news was mentioned. In one of the countries that was mentioned, it was given Chad, okay, CHAD, Chad. And the explanation that was given corresponding to it was China established a permanent military base in that country, right? So mapping will help in even these kind of questions, because if you know that Chad is a country in northern Saharan Sahel Africa, so you know that it's a landlocked country in desert region, so that it makes no sense for China, which has got global hegemony ambitions, to have a permanent military base in that region, in that particular country. So this is how mapping will help you indirectly. Sometimes straight away direct questions also are asked. So if minimum to minimum, we are looking at 5 to 7 questions, at least 5 to 7 questions that can be helped via knowledge of mapping. Now in this course, the classes that we are going to have, it is not a course wherein 1 hour or 2 hour classes we will have, and just in 7 days or 10 days it will finish. I always believe, and this is something which is reflected in all the courses that I run, small effort every single day for a long period of time is going to give you much more returns than very intense effort for a short period of time, right? So the philosophy is sahaj pake so meetha hoye. That means if it is ripening slowly, the fruit will be very sweet. So less effort is required when you have only 10 or 15 minutes class to attend, and then you can do it more consistently. You will be in that energy, in that zone for a longer period of time, and when the paper comes, it will be more like a very natural thing rather than you depending on memory or trying to recall stuff, trying hard to recall stuff. It will be a very smooth passage through the exam. So every day we are going to have the first like 10 to 15 minutes of this at 3 p.m. we start the class. So 3 p.m. to, you can take around 3:15 p.m. the classes will happen. We will do the mapping from all angles. We are going to look at the current affairs also. Like today, the map that we are going to do is of Ukraine-Russia conflict. So this issue is in news for many months now, and we started with this aspect. It's a current affairs based topic, theme that we took. So the current affairs themes we'll be taking from your magazines, the current affairs course that I run, the vision magazines that we follow for current affairs. We'll be taking themes from that magazine. We'll be doing their maps. Also, the static part will be covered. So anything that is given in your static books, not just geography, anything that can be mapped, whether it is history, whether it is culture, whether it is geography, anything that can be mapped, which has an angle of mapping, we are going to cover that, right? So it's a very fluid kind of course. It does not deal with just giving you long videos about very hard aspect, very concrete aspects. It's a fluid kind of course. We'll pick up themes which are in news. Those are the priority things which we must pay attention to. Those themes we'll take, and then as we go through the static part, we are going to do the static part mapping as well, right? So 15 minutes every day, 3 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. So this is how the structure of the course will be. It will be a long-term course. Probably I'm expecting the course to extend till around mid of May. Okay, 10 to 15th of May, we'll be having these classes. If we finish mapping early, then in the 15 minutes of mapping, we'll do some testing, oral test of whatever we have done in mapping. Okay, so I expect it to go around mid of May, starting now. So it will be like what, 4 months, 5 months. So let us start today's class. I shared 2 maps in your channel, in the official channel also, and in the dedicated mapping channel also. So let's open the political map first, the map which has got all the countries. Okay, you will notice Black Sea in the middle. Okay, the white part, that is Black Sea, and to the northeast, 1 o'clock, in 1 o'clock direction of Black Sea, you will find Azov written. This is the Sea of Azov. So bordering countries of water bodies are always very important. Multiple times this thing has been asked. So Black Sea, the bordering countries, you can note. I have removed the names of the countries which are too far away from Black Sea, but except for one country, which is Moldova. Moldova does not have a border with Black Sea, but it is very close to Black Sea. And it is a country which is, eccentric. I mean, it is not very much in news. We have not even heard of this country too much. So we can get confused with that. So Romania is there, Bulgaria, Turkey, Georgia, Russia, Ukraine. Okay, these are the countries which share a border with Black Sea. क्या हुआ शुभम, मैप नहीं मिला?
I actually don't know the group, sir. What group?
ऑफिशियल वाले ग्रुप में भेजा था, रुक जा, मैं I'm sending दोबारा, I'm sending. कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव वाले में भेज रहा हूँ. मिला?
That, sir. What that? Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
These are the countries which border the Black Sea. Moldova doesn't border. Romania, Bulgaria, you have to remember this name. Now, Belarus is in news because Russia is using Belarus, but Belarus does not border the Black Sea. Okay. When it comes to Sea of Azov, only Russia and Ukraine border the Sea of Azov. Okay. Please come to the next map. So this is a physical map. Here, the colors represent different things. So what is written in red are the water bodies. Okay, so the important rivers. Let us first identify the Black Sea, which is the blue big this shoe-like or feet-like shape in the middle. That is Black Sea. 1 o'clock direction, Sea of Azov. Now look at the rivers. Dnieper River. Okay, I may be pronouncing it incorrectly, so please check your pronunciation. For now, let's just take it Dnieper. Dnieper River. हाँ, क्या कुछ बोल रहा है शुभम? Okay, Dnieper River. It starts from Russia. Okay, it originates from Russia. It goes through Belarus and then Ukraine. So all three nations which are in news, Belarus, Russia, Ukraine, this is the river which touches all of them. Okay, this is the river where Chernobyl is located. Chernobyl is in Ukraine. Okay, then Kiev. Kiev is the capital of Ukraine. It's in the northern part. Kiev does not have a boundary, or it is not close to Sea of Azov or Black Sea. It's much farther north, but it's on Dnieper River. Then this river drains into Black Sea. Okay, not in Sea of Azov. It drains into Black Sea, and Kherson is a city which is in news, which remains in news. Kherson, Kharkiv. Okay, so Kherson is the city that is on this river. Now, Kharkiv is a city which is landlocked, which is on the eastern side, close to Russian borders. That's not important from mapping point of view, but Kharkiv is not on Dnieper River, any important river that you have to remember. Okay. Then Odessa. Odessa is in news. Sevastopol is in news. Sevastopol is in Crimean Peninsula, okay, which is annexed by Russia, Crimea. So Sevastopol is there. Odessa is in Ukrainian territory, mainland Ukraine. Then Yalta is there in Crimea only. Then you have Kerch. There is something called as Strait of Kerch also, S-T-R-A-I-T, Strait of Kerch, which I have written in purple color, light purple color. Two important straits are there in Black Sea. One is Strait of Kerch, which connects Black Sea with the Sea of Azov, and another one is come 7 o'clock direction, Bosporus, Strait of Bosporus, which connects the Aegean with the Black Sea. Okay, Strait of Bosporus is completely controlled by Turkey. So both sides, the Strait of Bosporus is Turkey, and the northern part of Turkey, the part of Turkey north to the Strait of Bosphorus is part of Europe. The part of Turkey south of Bosphorus is part of Asia. Okay. Then what else? Let's see the other rivers. Okay, you have the Danube. The Danube is not in Ukraine. The Danube is 9 o'clock of Black Sea. It is the boundary between these two countries. It's a trans-boundary river. It forms the international boundary between Romania and Bulgaria. Okay, and then it goes into Romania and then drains into Black Sea. It forms a delta because if you open your atlas, which we will do now, it will say mouths of the Danube. So mouths of the Danube means it will be forming a delta. Okay, probably Birdfoot delta. Then the other important river, in fact, two important rivers are there which are very prominently mentioned in your books also and which you're supposed to know. The first is River Don. River Don drains into Sea of Azov. Okay, River Don drains into Sea of Azov, and the other very popular river is Volga. Volga has got nothing to do with this Black Sea, Sea of Azov region. It goes into Caspian Sea, and that is why I've marked it in dotted red, dotted line. Okay, and that Volga also makes a Birdfoot delta. Then in green, I have given the important mountains. So Caucasus Mountains, where Mount Elbrus is there. Okay, so Caucasus Mountain is between Russia and Georgia. Okay, boundary between Russia and Georgia, and then come to the west of Black Sea. 9 o'clock is Balkan Mountains and 11 o'clock is Carpathian Mountains. Balkan Mountains are very close to Black Sea, so I've extended them almost like touching Black Sea, but Carpathians are further inland. Okay, they're not touching Black Sea. Okay. Then in yellow, I have marked the important countries in the region. So Turkey is there. Then moving anti-clockwise, Russia is there. Russia goes all the way north, touching Belarus. Okay, so Belarus touches both Ukraine and Russia. Okay, and then further going anti-clockwise of Belarus, you have POL written. This is Poland. Okay, this is Poland. So Ukraine has borders with which all countries? Russia, of course, then Belarus, then Poland, then you have this country Moldova, which borders Ukraine but does not border Black Sea. Okay, so all these countries you have to remember. Then Romania is there, borders Ukraine but borders Black Sea also. Okay, so that will be all in the maps which I have shared. Let us now open your atlas. Two kinds of atlas you can consider buying. For international maps, you can use this Orient Black Swan atlas. This is school atlas. This is very old version which I have got, but Orient Black Swan has got decent international maps. And for Indian maps, you can consider the Oxford atlas, Oxford School Atlas. Let me just see Oxford School here. Oxford Student Atlas, not School Atlas. Okay, Oxford Student Atlas. So how do you remember that? Everybody wants to study at Oxford, be a student of Oxford. So Oxford Student Atlas, while Orient Black Swan School Atlas. Okay, so please open your atlases. Come to Europe. Europe map physical. Okay. Has everybody opened their atlas? Should I start? Okay. Let's start from Black Sea. We'll only do the Black Sea region. Okay, so Black Sea, everybody can notice. North of Black Sea, 12 o'clock is Crimea. 1 o'clock is Sea of Azov. You can see Strait of Kerch. Okay. Caucasus Mountains, you can see Elbrus is written. Okay. Come anti-clockwise to the Danube, mouths of the Danube. Okay. Dnieper River also in the north, near Crimea, Dnieper River. So Dnieper River is in Ukraine, but no other river. Don is in Russia and Danube is in Romania. Okay, it enters Black Sea in through Romania. Then one more thing can be asked: which of these rivers are transboundary or international rivers? One second, Aradhya has messaged something. Yes, Aradhya.
Sir, so Crimean Peninsula, is it Russian or is it Ukrainian? How should we acknowledge it?
Russia has annexed Crimean Peninsula, but its international position is still disputed. That is up to the best of my knowledge. UPSC will not ask you whether Crimea belongs to Russia or Ukraine. UPSC will quiz you on the physical geography, the mapping part. It will not ask you about disputed things.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. But which river is near Crimea, which is Dnieper River, you have to remember, and which of these rivers are international or transboundary rivers? Okay, that you have to know. So Dnieper is for sure transboundary. This, which one we said? Danube. Danube also is transboundary. Don doesn't seem to be transboundary. No, Don is not transboundary. Okay, so in this map, Don doesn't seem to be transboundary, but you can just take a note of it and just be sure. That's all. Fine. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Carpathian Mountains. Then you can see Carpathian Mountains. South of Carpathian Mountains, you will notice Transylvanian Alps. Transylvanian Alps. And then south of Transylvanian Alps is the Danube. South of the Danube are the Balkan Mountains, which is in the Balkan Peninsula. Okay, that will be all. And then you have Bosporus connecting it to the Aegean, the Red Sea. In the political map,
the Bosporus connects Sea of Marmara to the Black Sea.
ठीक है, Sea of Marmara. It's not mentioned here actually, but in the map it's not mentioned, and that's what I was also doubtful that there was some sea mentioned. What name is there? I did not remember, but I think Sea of Marmara is correct. I recall it asking this thing some time back. I think you are correct, but just confirm it once. So Sea of Marmara, actually Sea of Marmara and Black Sea. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. Then you have these the political map. In the political map, so the countries which border Black Sea, the countries which border Sea of Marmara, the countries which border Sea of Azov, important. Okay. Then capitals of these countries: Bulgaria is Sofia, Romania is Bucharest. Moldova's capital is not important. Just remember that Moldova is a landlocked country. That's all. Then if you come to Ukraine, you can see the capital Kyiv in the northern part. Around Black Sea, you can, from the west, if we start, Odessa. Odessa is in Ukraine. Then Kherson. Kherson is on Dnieper River. Okay. Then you have Crimean Peninsula, which has got Sevastopol, important port. These are places, cities, ports in news now. Okay. The grain export deal has happened. So these are important. Then Kerch is there near Sea of Azov, which also is in Crimea. That's all. Kharkiv, you can see Kharkiv is, from Kerch. Have you got Kerch? From Kerch, 1 o'clock towards Russia, Russian border, near Russian border, you will notice Kharkiv. That's all. Don is in Russia. That will be all in the political map for now. So as we get more entries, as we get more cities which are askable, communities, etc., anything that can be asked from this region, we are going to just add to the maps. Okay, so updates will continue to happen, but this is what is important from mapping point of view largely. Beyond this thing, I don't expect anything to be asked. Okay. So that will be all in this class. I'll stop the recording. This recording will be given. It's actually taken us a bit long today, but generally you can expect the classes to be around 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll stop the recording. That will be the end of the free trial of mapping class. I now have my other regular class. So, thank you for joining me for this free trial. See you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.